Good morning. It's good to see all of you here for this morning service. It's the first time I'm here for this regular Sunday morning services. We started our fall program, our Dharma school starting up last week, and I was in Morgan Hill attending the Morgan Hill Hoakai and Dharma school services there, and so unable to be here last week. So this is my first since we began our regular fall Dharma school schedule. So it's indeed good to see all of you. Of course, some of you have been coming through the summer. We have our regular summer family services throughout the summer, and some of you have been attending that. And it's a little different, a little more relaxed perhaps, opportunity for discussion to talk about, share with each other some of our thoughts about the Dharma. And that process really should be a regular part of our exploration of the Dharma and its application in our lives. The Dharma is not something that we simply kind of memorize. We apply what we learn. It is important that we practice this. And through that practice, we become more familiar with the principles of the Dharma. We become more accustomed to understanding what the Dharma is trying to share with us. And at its core, of course, is enlightenment. Enlightenment, the central concern of all schools of Buddhism, to simply be able to see things as they are. We know, particularly in this season, somebody called it the silly season, where we begin the run-up to our elections, where we're hearing all of these ideas, all of these perspectives, and it's very difficult to determine not so much what is true, but what corresponds with what's necessary. We hear from the nominees things that need to be done, things that need to be corrected, changes that need to take place. And how do we know whether these are appropriate or not? These are the correct changes. These are the changes that will move us in the direction that we want. And it's precisely this that Buddhism is talking about. Being able to see clearly things as they are. And it's what Shinran discovered was so difficult to do. He spent 20 years on Hiezan going through the practices that would cultivate this ability, this skill to simply see things as they are. And after 20 years, he left Hiezan unable to recognize in himself as an ability to cultivate that ability, and left Hiezan, went to study with Honen, and under Honen learned about Amida Buddha. It is indeed truly difficult. It is the greatest difficulty that we all face, to be able to simply see things as they are. In the Dharma school service, I talked about how it's necessary for us to begin to be aware of things that are going around us, just simple kinds of things. For instance, when you walked across the street from a parking lot to the temple, did you notice that there are new lines on the street? There were white lines. Last week, all this summer, after they put on the temporary, well, I guess it's not the temporary, it's a base paving out on a street in front of us. They'll put an asphalt top on it eventually. When they put that asphalt top down, then they'll put the lines in the road, and put our sidewalk, not our sidewalk, our crosswalk back, markings back on the street. Last week, after our Dharma school returned to classes, some of the people were saying it's better if we had our crosswalk clearly marked. I guess you can't walk across the street without going, I don't know, it must be difficult to cross the street without a line. And Well, I guess with the children, if they might walk, without the lines, they don't know where to walk. So it's better if they have the lines. But when I asked them, if you noticed the lines, maybe a handful noticed that the lines were there. And somebody put those lines on. Those aren't from the city. This morning, Michael Doi and Nolan Sakuma came into the office asking, do you know where the Obon chalk layer thing was? And I said, I have no idea. Then they looked in our different storage areas, and they found it in the Boy Scout storage area. And so they put these lines down across the street. So somebody, first of all, well, the lines are there, first of all, and somebody put those lines down. So these are two things that simply walking across the street, being aware of, that you may not have been otherwise. And it's these kinds of simple things that our lives are filled with, opportunities, exercises of cultivating this awareness of things as they are. In this teachings of the Buddha, in this fundamental core perspective that Buddhism presents, we understand how difficult it is to see things as they are. Our own perspectives, our values, our expectations or our assumptions about the world interferes with our view and distorts our view of the world. And we see the world through this limited view. Sometimes we're so focused talking to our friends as we cross the street, we don't notice these things that are there, very apparent. But when we cross the street next time, if we are more aware, thinking about, not just focused narrowly on our immediate conversation, we may be aware of these other things that are going on around us. There's a couple that lives in Fuji Towers, and I think they were originally living down south, and they've moved here to Fuji Tower. And a few months ago, they began volunteering to take care of our yard. And so, every maybe 4 or 5 times a week, they're cutting our hedges, pulling weeds. If you notice alongside of our office windows, we have nanten in that sidewalk strip. And it's never done well. Our building must be almost 12 years old. Is that what it is? About 12, 13 years old. Yeah, somewhere around there. And the nanten has never done well. And we don't know why it is. Maybe, I don't know. So they've been trying to plant different things in that planter area. Some of the nanten is doing well. That center section, you can see the stump. It's growing. The stump is growing, but there's no leaves that come off of it. It's just the stump is getting bigger. And so they've been putting different things in, and they tried, I think, marigolds, stuck some marigolds in the ground, and they just shriveled up and died. And they're trying some other things right now. I forget what's in there. But there are people that just come by and have been pulling our weeds, trimming our hedges, trying different kinds of things. Toby Yamamoto, if you remember, used to do a lot of that, but Toby can't do it anymore. And so we're happy to have them come and do this 3, 4 or 5 times a week. And so she's out in the garden right now, trimming and doing things in the garden. And to be aware of what's going on around us offers us opportunities to truly appreciate what we're able to enjoy, what we're able to experience. If we're unaware, then we just take things as they, I shouldn't say for granted, but we're not even aware that these things are influencing our world. We don't see things as they are.